Welcome to Be Healing with Louise, the podcast for heart-led souls walking their healing path. If you'd like a free message from your higher self, you can receive yours right now at behealing.com. It's a beautiful way to reconnect to your inner guidance, the part of you that already knows what's next, even when life feels uncertain. In today's episode, I'm sharing something very real. A story about panic, surrender, and the grace that arrived when everything seemed to fall apart. So let's begin. I'd planned on talking about healing your inner child this week, but life had other ideas. I've just been through a powerful dark night, void moment. And before these feelings ebb away, while it's still very much alive in my body, I wanted to share my story. In case you ever experience something similar or are experiencing something similar at the moment, I hope this helps you. I was told I had to move out of my house, this place I've lived in for 9 years now. They gave me 10 days notice. I'd fallen behind on rent, and after working constantly for more than a year, scrambling for money just to keep going, not doing anything else but working, I suddenly had to face it all. At first, the deadline empowered me. Now there was no escaping it, no ignoring it, but I was still caught in that old pattern, still trying to figure it all out myself, trying to do it all on my own. I've been in this position before, years ago, with only a few days to move, nowhere to go, very little money. Back then, I trusted my guides. After failing to find a place myself, I went to a cafe in town, the kind of place where everyone passes by, and I asked every friend who stopped for a chat if they knew of somewhere to live. Well, that plan worked. I met my next partner in that cafe that week, and he said I could have his lounge if I needed it. We went on a date. I ended up moving in with him. Too quickly, yes, but we had 6 beautiful years together. So this time I did the same thing. I stopped working and I went to a local cafe to sit, to read, to see how the magic would happen this time. The first couple of days I was okay, a little stressed, yes, and every cell in my body was screaming, go work, do something. But I knew that I needed to step aside and let that magic in. As the days ticked by with no magic yet, I started to panic. Time was running out. No money, no safety net. I wasn't sleeping more than 3 hours a night. My nervous system was shot, and I lost hope. I remember lying in bed and saying to my guides, I want to die. I want to die in my sleep. I didn't want to wake up the next morning. I felt completely defeated, like there was no way out. Like maybe I'd done something wrong because there was just nothing, no help, no money, no support, no one. But apparently I wasn't done yet, because I did wake up the next morning after a luxurious 5 hours of sleep. Even that small rest made me feel so much better. I took myself down to the beach to ground, to walk and to breathe. And a friend reached out and gave me a list of people to ask about accommodation. I went and asked. A few places were available, but I still didn't have any money for them. So I said to my guides, if I'm meant to be somewhere else, then have my things sell quickly. It seemed my only option was to get back to just me in a suitcase. If I was going to be homeless, I needed to get rid of all my stuff. So I listed all of my things for sale. Within 24 hours, everything that I didn't need to live was gone. Just my essentials remained, and suddenly I had enough money to move. Hope was returning. And then came the synchronicity. The friend I'd bumped into on the very first day I'd realized I needed to get out of the house and amongst my community, she turned out to be the key. I went to see a place she was renting out, and it was perfect. So I said yes, and now I'll be living next to 3 of my best friends, and I'm actually really excited about it. How much can change in 24 hours? Everything. But first, I had to let myself be vulnerable, truly vulnerable. Not just asking people for help to carry on going on by myself. You see, my comfort zone is being the helper, the one who's always strong, always okay, always supporting everyone else, always there for everyone else. But this time, it was my turn to be held. And though I'd asked for help in small ways before, this was different. This was a raw initiation into receiving. I couldn't do it alone. I had to let my friends help, even let them soothe my nervous system when I needed to be brought back down to earth. So my new landlord sent me this message, and I can't read it without crying, so I'm not going to even try. I completely understand and wish you abundance and the best of everything in the closest future. Everything is going to be okay in the end. That love, that kindness came just when I needed it the most. He even gave me mates rates on the new place. I'm so grateful to stay here on the island that I love so much. And I'm excited to begin again with the help of my friends this time, my community and my guides. No more living in a resort around tourists that I have no connection to. I'm going to be in the heart of the community. And I can feel more fun, more love, more good times coming. And I see how I was hiding away in here, having the retreat I needed when I first arrived, but that doesn't really serve me anymore. Love and each other is what we need more than ever in the world now. This each for themselves world has run its course. Let's move beyond competition and isolation and into connection, generosity and care. Maybe this is the beginning of the golden era. I hope so. And I'll leave you with that thought. And a big thank you for joining me this week. Next week, I want to go deeper into the art of receiving. Not the surface kind, but the real soul level kind that happens when you can't do it alone anymore. Because we never should have been doing it alone. So thank you so much for listening to Be Healing with Louise. If this story touched you, please share it with someone who might need hope today. And remember, you can receive your own message from your higher self at behealing.com. Your first one is on me. Next week, I'll go deeper into what that experience taught me about letting go, being held, and learning to trust the timing of life. Until then, take a deep breath and remember, it's all going to be okay in the end.